Big hoops, they can really become a problem. They can get stuck on stuff. You slap it, you yank it, they fall out of your ear, you lose them at the club. But what can I say? Hoeing ain't easy, all right? You gotta be committed to the hoe life. And the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. So you know where I stand, right? Okay, I'm done. Oh, God, you guys, I have missed you so much. And I'm just gonna start this video off by saying that, how do I put this? I am very aware of my absence, and I know that people are wondering where I have been, what I have been doing, what is going on. I know that there's a lot of rumors out there right now about why I'm gone and everything going on in my life. And at this moment, I am just not comfortable talking about it, and I have been taking a lot of time for myself and for the people around me. There's a lot going on in my life right now, not just one thing, but there's several things, and a lot of people really need my attention right now at this moment. And it has just been a very, very, very difficult couple of months. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who is constantly sending me so much love and support. Even though you guys don't know what's going on right now, I am still so grateful for everything that you do for me. And like I've said a million times before, I do not even deserve the love and support that I receive from you on a daily basis, but I am still so damn grateful. So thank you very much. And I will talk about what has been going on as soon as I'm ready, and it won't be that much longer. I just need a little time for myself, and that's why I haven't been filming, because I have sat down and tried to film probably in between 3 to 6 videos at this point, and every single time I get 5 minutes into it and I'm just like, I can't do this, and it just feels like I'm lying to you and I'm not giving you my best, and I'm not even able to be myself some days because I just feel very drained right now from everything going on, around me and to me and in my life and my friends and family's lives. So anyways, I just want to say that I am sorry for my absence, and I love you guys so much, but today I felt like I'm in a good place and I want to film, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing my April favorites video, and I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and more than anything, I have a lot of lip products, which is pretty typical for me. I'm so obsessed with lips, so let's just stop babbling and jump into it. Hey my beautiful shining stars, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, night, whatever it may be. Know that you are amazing and that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. This video that I'm making right now is very special to me because it is dedicated to my father, Michael Jan Riloba, who has been through a over 2-year battle of cancer. And those of you who follow me or have been following me across my social media, you know that my dad has been battling cancer, and I just want to say thank you everybody who has reached out and left an encouraging comment, who has been praying for me, and this is what I love about it. It's just like we may have never met before, but you guys know me, and I just love the fact that we could go beyond just putting up a front, but reach into each other's the innermost being. And your guys' prayers and comment have meant the world to me, and it's just been so encouraging to see. My daddy, he went to be with the Lord on October 23rd, 2017, and he has left his mark on this world. My daddy was my biggest inspiration and my hero and #1 supporter, #1 fan of Charisma Star TV. He was just so encouraging and such a bright light and encouragement to my life. And I've tried to make this video a couple times, but it's been pretty hard to be honest. But the whole thing through it is, yes, I incredibly miss my father, and I will miss him. That's how it's gonna be. But the exchange that I get for losing my dad is getting that comfort and peace, knowing that he is in heaven, knowing that he is not suffering anymore, that he is no longer in pain, and he got his heart's cry, and his heart's cry, his life, as long as I have been alive, is to be with Jesus. And so knowing that gives me peace beyond understanding.
So today's video is a makeup tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now. I am using the Zodiac palette. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a look just focused on the Pisces. I love this color, and paired with all the other natural colors in this palette, you can get a very wearable look. I love wearing the Pisces just like all over my lid or on the lower lash line. It's just like a nice, fun pop of color. And I'm also testing out a few new makeup products in today's video. I recently purchased a few new things, and I found some gems in the video. I will say, found some gems. But anyway, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eyelids with my P. Louise makeup base. I've been getting a lot of questions recently asking me what color I have. I think they might have released more shades then, because when I purchased this originally, this was the only color. So I'm gonna look into that, because if there are more colors, I want them. This doesn't have a shade name on it though. It's the original one? I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush. This is the T12 from the Makeup Shack. And the first shade I'm taking is the Taurus. And I'm just going to apply this color into my crease and really taking the time to build this color up. Since we will be cutting the crease, I want to make sure I have a lot of this color down and that it comes all the way into my eye. Basically, I want to put this eyeshadow everywhere. Alright, now I'm going to take just a little bit of the Virgo shade, and I'm just going to focus a little bit of this shade right in the outer corners here. Okay, now I'm going to take some concealer. I'm just going to use my Too Faced Born This Way one, and on this little Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to start cutting my crease, or attempting to cut the crease. We'll see. I'm going to take this all the way across my lid and kind of like swoop it out. You'll see what I'm going to do in a second. I'm going to start here on my lid and then work my way up. And I'm just going to cut directly where my crease is.
I don't know which face is doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna curl. I'm gonna do layer by layer. I feel like that'll be boring for you guys to watch, so I'm gonna time lapse this mother sucker. She is spazzing. We're almost there. We're almost there.
One eternity later.
What do you think?
Oh my god.
Come back.
I look like a middle-aged woman.
That's pretty.
My hair looks great, but my orange face.
Yeah, your makeup is pretty bad.
Yeah,
I love it. All right, we need to close this out so that she can take it off because she wants.
You have to show your mom. Okay, we can show my mom. I hate this. Okay. That's really cute.
Her makeup is a hot mess, but I think her hair looks good. She wants to kill me.
Really cute. Oh, it's really cute.
I know, doesn't her hair look pretty?
I love
Yeah, I'm living the hair. The makeup is a hot mess, but they wanted me to do pink and like craziness, so it looks like
we said you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think it's really
if we would have done what I wanted to do, it would not have been this orange makeup. The hair looks really
Yeah, the hair looks cute, right?
Yeah.
Wow!
Isn't that good? No, don't! It looks like her.
Before and after.
Yeah, I know. I am shook.
Shook.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, I like that look.
Today. My dad was born in Stockton, California, 1954 to Buenaventura Roloba and Jesse Mata. And under the care of his brothers, he was raised till he was like around 5, and then he went into the foster care system. And he was in and out of the foster care system till he was about 12 years old. And in that foster care system, he experienced abuse,
he was made to like do work. I remember him telling me a story that with one family, they had him try to do the dishes and he didn't do it right, and the man who was acting as his dad threw him across the room. I couldn't imagine why people treat children this way, but those are the kind of the things that my dad experienced in the foster care system. And when he was around 12 years old, what I knew as my grandma Juanita, she took him into her home and cared for him, and that's where he got brought up. My grandma Juanita, amazing woman of God, would always pray for my dad, and as my dad got older, he got involved with drugs and alcohol, and at one point he got so intoxicated that he was throwing up and he almost drowned in his own throw up. But God woke up my grandma Juanita and said, go check on Michael right now. And so my grandma went to go check on my dad and found him and pulled him out of that and saved his life. There was countless times in my dad's life, that's just one example of where God intervened to save him. And I believe it was in 1976, he committed his heart to the Lord. And at that point, he had met and married my wonderful, amazing mother, Mary Helen Riloba. I think they fell in love around like 15, 16 years old. So like they were high school sweethearts, and that carried on. And I think they're around like 18, 19 when they got married. Through all that, my dad ended up getting saved, and what that meant for him is like he was a pretty good heathen. Like he, like, you know, those are the words that they use: drugs, alcohol, all that other stuff. And once he made that commitment to God, like ever since I've been born, ever since I was little, I've never seen my dad involved in any of that stuff. It was almost like the person that they told me my dad was, I didn't even know that person, because my dad got his life totally changed by God. And so I was raised with that, and I am so thankful, so thankful for that, because even with me growing up, I was brought up in church, but then I fell away in different areas of my life where I compromised, and I was really struggling. But then I came back around and made that full commitment to God, saying, I want to live my life for you. And I have it on my love story about how I struggled with suicide, how I attempted to take my own life, but God intervened and he saved me. He saved my life. He set me free from depression. He set me free from low self-esteem and self-hatred. He set me free from just all the different hardships and sin that I had in my life, and never had I experienced such joy, freedom, and just self-confidence, not cockiness, but confidence, knowing that God created me and I am a daughter of the King Most High, and I have value, not because of what this world says about me or what people say about me for validation. No, knowing that the creator of the universe, who created the heavens and the earth and the sky and the sea, created me. And if he calls me beautiful, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. I'm beautiful. So that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my God and the impact that God had in my dad's life, and that impact that it had on my life. So with that being said, my dad was the most amazing example of Christ in my life. Meaning, he loved unconditionally. He forgave, like, no matter what had been done to him, and he had some pretty messed up things done to him in his life. He did not hold on to bitterness or grudges. He was a man of forgiveness. He was a man of servanthood, meaning he put others before himself. He constantly was helping people, was serving people. He was a huge encouragement, not only in my life, but countless others. I remember just growing up and seeing homeless people on the streets, and my heart just broke, just seeing people that were down and out. And my dad, he always taught me, he was like, I don't want you to just give money, and not to say giving money to somebody is bad, but he's like, feed them, give them hope, give them that message of hope. So my dad, he would pick up homeless people, and he would feed them, like take them out to eat. He would give them that encouraging message of hope through Jesus, and he would pray for them. And
this brush is so freaking dense though, I can't. I feel like I have to pat this brush. For blush, ideally I would love love to use this palette, but this is just way too loud. And I would use this one. I think this is perfect, but this does have like glitters in it. Like, it's not a sheen. This has glitter in it. I'm gonna use this instead. This is from the brand Flesh. By the way, I just recently tried out like a bunch of Flesh makeup off camera, and I really don't like some of their things. Like, that foundation is this big, and it's just weird. But this is the blush in the shade Hug. It looks like a beautiful peachy color, something you've seen on my channel, I don't know, 1,000 times. Gonna take a little bit of this. It does have a slight sheen to it, which you know I like. Ooh. I have 1,000 blushes that look like that, but I love it. I know it seems like at this point I would love any peachy blush I throw on my face, but this has such a creamy deliciousness to it, and I'm kind of impressed since most of the Flesh products didn't impress me. So this is nice. For highlight, I'm gonna be mixing.
All I can see is it has the word kiss in it, but I can't see the first word. But it is just this beautiful sparkly lip gloss, which I feel like sparkly lip glosses are really difficult because they can be so gritty and they can like break up, and it feels like you just have like loose glitter all over your lips and it's uncomfortable. And I'm fine with a little uncomfort if it means that it's gonna look pretty, but some of them are so uncomfortable that I'm like, I can't do this. But this one is not like that, and honestly, this pains me because I feel like when I swatch it, you can't even see it, and it makes me sad. But like, over top of a lipstick, it is so shiny and just like metallic and glittery and glossy. And then the last gloss that I have is the Laura Lee and ColourPop collaboration, which I don't even know if this is still available. I'm gonna be totally honest, I have not looked into it. I really hope that it is, because this gloss is in the shade Wham, and it's like this beautiful, very similar to Patrick's in the sense like I wear this over top of other lipsticks. This one is much more of a golden, like honey base. So if you have more of a tan, I mean, you don't need a tan to wear this, I'm gonna be honest. You can wear it when you're extremely fair, but still, like, I hope you can see it on camera.